in the future, Aljunied GRC, right, would you want a seasoned campaigner from Malay candidates?
I think a seasoned campaigner would help. But I think as in all elections, the party will have to look at the candidates available and have to decide accordingly how they should place these candidates as to the needs of the time. Because one area which may be needing a seasoned campaigner may not be as acute as in another area which may develop over time. So I think the party will have to decide accordingly, according to the needs of the place and of the time. Sure? In Malay? Sekarang? Huh? Soal sama ada statement yang dibuat oleh Menteri Pembimbing Syed Lee Kuan Yew terhadap orang Melayu, Islam dan soal integrasi. Interviewnya dibuat 2 tahun dahulu seperti yang telah diterangkan oleh sendiri, dan berita itu telah keluar pada awal tahun ini. Soal-soal yang sensitif bukanlah satu perkara yang baru dibincangkan oleh parti PAP ataupun pemerintah. Baik sejak daripada zaman kemerdekaan lagi, isu-isu seperti perkhidmatan negara, soal kota untuk penginapan di HDB, soal kota di sekolah-sekolah, dan juga soal kemasukan pelajar satu di sekolah-sekolah, dan juga soal TFS ataupun yuran untuk peringkat universiti dan juga politeknik telah dibincangkan, dan kami telah mengambil pendekatan yang agak terbuka, pada masa yang sama menggunakan kesempatan itu untuk mematangkan pemikiran dan persediaan masyarakat Melayu Islam terhadap isu-isu yang dianggap sebagai sensitif. Jadi kami merasakan bahawa masyarakat Melayu Islam kini memang lebih matang, dan kematangan inilah yang membolehkan kita untuk memikirkan dan membincangkan isu-isu yang bersangkut paut dengan soal Melayu Islam sendiri, ataupun Melayu Islam bersangkut paut dengan soal integrasi dan soal hubungan dengan masyarakat Singapura amnya. Walau bagaimanapun, kami harus terus memberi perhatian kepada soal-soal yang sensitif ini, dan perlu memastikan bahawa cara kita membincangkannya adalah dengan cara yang sensitif dan tidak terlalu menyinggung perasaan yang boleh membawa kepada keadaan memecah belahkan masyarakat kita. Syamsul? Ben, you got the mic. The power of the mic in your hands.
Okay, I have 2 questions for you. The first one is that you are no stranger to tough fights, in Cheng San and Aljunied in 2006. So what do you think it would take for the PB to take back Aljunied GRC in the next elections? And is it a lost cause, the GRC? Then the second question is that I know there's in the interest of renewal and rejuvenation of the candidates, but now that Minister has also said that he will retire from politics, Mrs. Lim Pui Hua as well, and now yourself, do you think that the residents who voted for the PP may feel a little bit, abandoned, that, the guys who have been there for the past 5 years will no longer be there? Yeah.
I think as far as being tough, I was very privileged actually to have been sort of given that political baptism of fire in Cheng San. And although I came in Cheng San quite raw, but I think one must remember also that I've been in the media for the last for 20 years before joining politics. And being in the media, you are not only being in the front seat, but you are in fact involved. So you understand issues better. And I think you follow developments and trends. At the same time, I wasn't only in the media, I was also involved in Mendaki and the Islamic Religious Council. And these two key organizations in the Malay Muslim community, gave me the kind of exposure, feel and understanding of what was going on in the Malay Muslim community. But what had given me the breadth and the depth of the Singapore society was not just being an editor of Berita Harian or Berita Minggu, but being an editor in the Singapore Press Holding Group. And that gave me the kind of exposure which was very, very multiracial and multi-religious. And I had a better understanding also of the Chinese ground, the non-Malay ground, including the Indian ground. And the mix of experiences and exposure I had at SPH, and also thrown in with Mendaki, MUIS, and also IRO, Inter-Religious Organization, I thought had given me the kind of ballast that made it possible for me to really quickly sink into the ground, understand the people, and having fought that tough election in Chengshan made it even more urgent for me to really get into the thick of how do we understand our people, how do we understand their frustrations, how do we appreciate their aspirations, and what are the hurdles that they are facing, and where we can help. There's a limit to what we can do at the constituency level, and this is where in fact we have to take it up at the government level, and where we can, we help. So when Aljunied came into the picture, it was also after very tough fights which my predecessors had fought in Aljunied itself. So I was mentally prepared for that, and it helped me to again sink into the situation very fast, and I felt that I was very much into it. But GE 2011 was a different story. What we thought we were ready for and prepared, because with all the kind of hard work, the kind of programs we put in place, and we thought that people were happy. And in fact, walking the ground also showed that the people were happy with us. But the national mood, the national issues, in fact, just swept us from under our feet. And when we realized that in fact it wasn't just local issues, but national issues had taken a kind of a different priority, I thought it was rather too late. So, to sum it up, I think it was a roller coaster ride we had in 2011, but an experience which I think will make me a lot stronger and a lot more savvy in terms of understanding people's sentiment, and how in fact people's sentiments are equally, if not more important than all the programs and all the goodies which we can thought of. You had another question.
The second question was about now that Mr. George will be leaving and
Yeah.
himself as well. So what about the half of the residents who voted for this?
I think this is, as I said, I would like to do as much as I can with Aljunied GRC at UNOS in particular. But I think this is a new reality we have to face. There is an MP, or there is a group of MPs now in Aljunied GRC, and from today's paper I see that they've also appointed a particular Mr. Pritam Singh to be my area. So I think residents will have to come to terms with the new reality, and they will also have to give respect. Just as I also have to give due respect to the new MP of the area, and they will have to try and see how they can get the MP's help. But where I can help, I will try and do my best.